This show would not be possible without the generosity of our sponsors, like MedSpa Deluxe LA, Prospectors Federal Credit Union, Suburban Water Systems, and Massage Envy.
We would also like to make mention Plaza Westcovina, and also Munoz and Munoz Attorneys at Law. So if you need a lawyer, criminal law, personal injury, accident, motorcycle accident, make sure you call Munoz and Munoz Attorneys at Law. Okay, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Connect Now. So this is our first episode of the year.
Yes, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. all the good holidays.
I can't believe 2025. Oh my God.
Yes, 2025. It's amazing.
2025.
The only time I think of the year when I think of the year is because whatever year it is my daughter's year of her birth. The years she
was born in 2025?
No, every year that it is, it's how old she is, I meant to say. So it's 2025. She's going to be 25, literally in 2 weeks.
Oh.
So that's how I remember her age, 2025.
Oh, okay. So in 2026, she'll be 26.
26. She was born in 00.
Oh, okay.
The year 2000. So whatever year it is,
okay.
That's her age.
That
so I can
makes
never
sense.
forget her age.
That makes sense. But yeah, it's. I think we both approached coming into the new year kind of rough, right? We went through some. We were both sick for the holidays.
Yeah.
Pretty much for Christmas, we both got sick. Yes, with the flu, with fever, chills, and the whole everything, right?
Yeah. I was sick too. Yeah.
I think for me, being as sick as I was, it's been about 20 years since the last time I had the flu like that, like I did.
Oh, I don't know. I know in every December you always
I get
had
sick.
some type of something going on.
Yeah, but this year...
Whether it was surgery or something, but you always had something.
No, but this year it hit me hard. I mean, it was like
I think it hit everybody hard. It was a big
body
time
aches
flu.
and everything, and,
Yeah,
but-
for me to be down literally in my bed, shivering and body aching, I was like, yeah, I'm down.
No, it really must have hit you really hard because since I've known you, I've never in a million years. I mean, to the point where you're like, do you have antibiotics? Whatever. Usually, you have your to-go person right away to start taking all these vitamins or whatever. But this year, you were just like, I'm desperate. I need something.
Yeah. Because everyone always tells me, oh, man, your vitamins don't work because look at you, you're getting sick. And I'm like, just because I know I tell people I take vitamins, but I'm not consistent, okay? So when you are consistent with the things that you're supposed to be doing and consistent and not putting in your body the things you're not supposed to be putting in, then yes, you're not going to get sick, but I am not consistent, so I'm bad at it. And that's why I get sick, and then people want to throw in my face, well, you take all these vitamins, wheatgrass, ginger. I know I do.
Because I think that's about the only time you start loading up is when you know that you're getting sick or something.
Yeah.
But this time, all your concoctions
didn't work. I look at it like, okay, it's still good to take the vitamins because it will help the healing process quicker because I am putting a lot of good stuff in me and not taking any bad stuff. But I got to be consistent. Consistent, lay off certain bad things that I put in my body and continue to put the good things. Because, like you say, you don't want to be diabetic? Then don't eat sugar.
I know,
Straight out.
But I think the flu, just like when COVID was going around, which is still going around, the strength of this flu, sometimes you can't avoid it because, these viral infections, it could take down even the healthiest person.
No, yeah, definitely. Especially when you're around people like your intern. Yeah, and they're running the board, and they're sneezing over there, coughing. Yeah.
Or we have members that bring their children with a fever to the office. And
there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. You check. Oh, he's looking away. Not him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we got a double whammy, the week before Christmas. But at the end of the day, I think I still was able to survive one day with the family and be okay. And I think you did the same. And and I still have the lingering cough, but that will subside in time, I guess.
Yeah.
But with all that said, there's been this is the time of the year where everybody starts reflecting on the things that they could have done better, on the things that they could do better, and of like future plans and ideas. And especially if you're running a business, right, you start thinking about how are we going to grow the business. You start everything starts kind of creeping in because taxes are due. Your business taxes are due. What has changed? What's going to help me? All the worries kind of start bombarding your mind, right? And so we have to find ways to, not to feel that way, and to kind of just embrace everything that is coming with a positive attitude. And that's what I want to talk to you today about. Just having a positive attitude about 2025, because everybody's excited. Happy New Year, whatever. But it is a really Happy New Year. That is the question.
No, for a lot of people, I mean, is it a Happy New Year? For some people, they're just wanting to get rid of get out of the new year, the old year, to get into the new year.
New beginnings.
Because
right?
new beginnings.
But you got to go into it with a perspective of reality.
Yeah, but some people just look at it as another day because and going into another year because I posted something funny which everybody was laughing at. Well, I didn't post it, but I sent to everybody because it's funny, but it says a cuss word. I don't like to post that, but it was a post that said, "Great, already looking forward to 2026. I already messed up." On the first day, it's January 1st, and I already messed up. Looking forward to 2026 is my new year, because people, it's just how you look at things and stuff. But
I feel that we need to be realistic, realistic with, resolutions, which, you and I have talked about that before. Resolutions are not realistic, and you have to be, just be honest with yourself, know what you need to work on, and work on it. Baby steps to everything. Just be very realistic with the things that you want to do, with the things that you aspire to do, because you don't want to have the same regrets every single year. No,
you don't.
Especially me at the age that I am at right now, I have to set realistic goals for myself, because if I want to be set goals that are not realistic and goals that are not for me, just because everybody else is saying that this is their goal, is to work out, and I think that's one of the most common ones, right? Start working out or whatever. Just do a self-assessment, but don't be so hard on yourself.
No, yeah, definitely. And one of my goals going into this year is, I have a couple of goals, but and some of my goals is growth. I want to get back into me growing, spiritually, growing, not physically, but growing spiritually, growing, mentally and stuff, and also the other big one is my time. Because you could get, there's a lot of other things that you could get back in life. If you lose money, you can make more money. If you lose a business, you could create another business. But one thing you can't get back is time. And time is very, very important. And people live their lives as though they have a lot of time on their hands, and especially young people. They live like they have all this time on their hands, and then little do you know, in like a couple of years, you're like, whoa, where did time fly? I'm already here. I didn't do this that I wanted to do. So I just want to start taking the time that I do have very seriously, very, everything is going to be scheduled for me, time management, because like you said something, people have regrets in 2024. I think my biggest regret is time management. I what did I do with my time, and what did I do with my money?
And also recognize something though. When I speak of this, I mean it, and I want you to really pay attention to what I'm going to say to you, okay? Because you might not see it. I might not see it for myself, and you might not see it for yourself, but the incredible growth that has happened in your life that I have seen, it's you have to give yourself a pat in the back, because I think you've grown a lot. For you to get to this point where now you're talking about time management, do you realize that there's been some growth in your life? I mean, like maturity growth. I mean, not that you were immature.
Yeah, right.
Before, but there's been, I think you've grown. I think I've seen a lot of growth, a lot of maturity on your end, and the fact that I feel it today too. I feel a lot of your anxiety. You're trying to manage your anxiety, where before it just you were not fighting it. Today you're fighting through it, and I'm proud of you for doing that, because I've worked with you for, I don't know how long now, going on 5 years or whatever. You kind of get to know the person.
Oh, yeah,
definitely. And
know
their weaknesses and some of the things that how they react to certain situations. And I think today you're fighting yourself, and you're fighting through that. And I'm really proud of you, because that means there's maturity that has happened, and then there's already growth, right? And as hard as you are on yourself, I think now with the maturity growth you've had, you're seeing things with different eyes. And when you start seeing life with different eyes, and really seeing the big picture, as painful as it is, because you know where you want to be, right? We all know where we want to be, but we know what it's gonna take. Right? And we're, by nature, we want rapid results on everything. We just want instant results. But you have to know that with every growing pain, there is a sense of balance that you have to recognize.
No, for sure.
Because if you don't recognize that, anxiety would take the best of you, and you won't have a happy journey.
Yeah.
I mean.
No, yeah. What you said, time management stuff. I've known about this stuff for a long time. It's just that, like I said, it's the time management of 2024. There's certain things that because I do come from reading a lot of books and a lot of business books, a lot of business and leadership books and stuff. So, when things are eventually not going your way, that's where you start, to regret the time and the things that you did spend on that. You're like, oh my God, I could have done this and that. And then, just every year towards the end of the year, I always evaluate myself on people that I'm aspiring to be like, and not necessarily be in their field, but their work ethics, and stuff. So that's where, So being with the whole time thing and stuff, it's not something that I just realizing. And every year I've grown. Every year I've grown to, even my buddy Jimmy always says, every year you've grown, bro. Every year it's like you're growing into something better and better. And just this year I'm kind of just take it to another level, but it's gonna take time management, because with business, being an entrepreneur, being somebody that you have goals, you're setting goals in your life. It's all about time management and who you hang out with.
And that's the thing, owning your own business and relying on your product or on your services and everything that it is that we are doing. It's hard. I mean, being an entrepreneur, it's probably it's fun, but at the same time, it's hard. It's fun because you're doing something that you love, but then it's hard because you gotta make sure that income is coming through, because hey, it's work, right? We're doing work. How we invest, our time is very important. Yeah. And I think that's key. Time management is key to everything that we are doing, but it shouldn't scare you. It shouldn't It shouldn't scare anybody from pursuing your own career path, being an entrepreneur. if you have the ability to be able to do that, and God has put that in your heart and you're set on your mind that that's what you want to do, just know that there's going to be growing pains that come with that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. In any business you do.
It's an ongoing thing. You know, even people that own franchises, you know, they get discouraged, and getting discouraged is part of the process, you know. But you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going, and you cannot give up.
Yeah, there's a saying, and it's a true saying, and Biggie says it too, from the song. More money, more problems. Mm-hmm. And just because people think that, oh, if I make more money, my problems are going to go away.
They
no,
don't.
You're going to have bigger problems, but the bigger problems are good problems to have because you have more money. So don't get me wrong, but just because you make more money doesn't mean that the problems are going to go away. You're going to deal with more things. There's more taxes. There's more things. But you grow into it.
Yeah,
you grow into that area.
Money management. You know, just like
time management, money management,
yes.
Everything.
Because you got to make. You know, sometimes when it comes to money management, meaning that if this is what you have right now, you got to manage that right now and work with what you have right now, so that you're not on a bind, while you're waiting for, other projects to close or to happen and stuff. So I guess what I'm saying to people is don't get discouraged going into 2025. It's just a number. To me, it's just another year, and I take every year very serious. Here I am 18 years later, 2009, I lost my job, a job that I loved, so much, and then started this journey with Greater West Covina, and here I am 18 years later. Who would have thought? Mm-hmm. But I never did it for the money. I knew that I needed to make money because, of course, I have to eat. I had to pay rent. At the time, I was single. But here I am 18 years later, sharing this journey with you. And I'm very grateful for doing that. And what I want to see for 2025, what I want to see happen, with our, work journey and work relationship and what we are doing with Greater West Covina is I want to see us really mesh with our gifts that we have, and I want to see us help more people, and more people develop their dream and not get discouraged by starting a new business. I want to see more of that coming out of us, because with everybody that starts a journey, and when you see them really like moving with what they're doing, it's a sense of I don't know, it's happiness for me. It's it makes me feel happy to know that we help someone get started, and now we're seeing them thriving in their business.
Hi everyone, I'm Ralph. This is Mike. We're Munoz & Munoz Attorneys at Law, here to help you guys for all your legal needs. Mike, tell them what we do.
So we do personal injury, car accidents, semi-accidents, premise liability, slip and falls, even dog bites. We do it all. Call us if you have any injuries involved in an accident. We're here for you to help. Thank you.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Danielle with Prospectors Federal Credit Union. We are now a division of Certified Federal Credit Union. Just wanted to come and say hello and actually inform you guys of the new brand news that we do have going on. As mentioned before, we are now a division of Certified Federal. What does that mean for all of you? A lot of great things. We're not going anywhere, but we are expanding your capabilities of getting to your funds. But I did want to share a special promotion that we do have right now. We do have a low fixed rate credit card, as low as 8.9%, and we do not go higher than 17.9. But what does that mean for you? You also get 0% for that first 6 months. Holidays are coming. You're going to be doing some spending. Let's see what we can do about getting those payments down for you come the new year. My name is Danielle with Prospectors Federal Credit Union, a division of Certified, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. You can reach me directly at 909-396-99 9688, extension 2240, or 909-504-7371. I hope to talk to you all soon.
Whether you're seeking new clients, partners, or opportunities, Megamix Connect is your gateway to instant connections that could transform your business. Whether you're an attendee eager to discover fresh ideas, a business owner ready to showcase your brand, or a sponsor looking to make an impact, the Megamix Expo is where you need to be. Join us as an attendee, exhibitor, or sponsor and take advantage of this incredible opportunity.
No, I love it too. I mean, that's what it's all about is helping people with their businesses, and I like it because, the type of field that I come from is church and stuff, and I've always been there to want to help people, and helping people is something I've always loved doing. And now that I believe that God has given me this platform, because many people have said, "Oh, you're Jerry, you feel like you're called to be a pastor and a leader in that whole field," and I knew I did, but at the same time, I felt like I'm called to do something bigger, though, and this to me is like the platform that God has given me, and sometimes, yes, we have a strong belief in God, and sometimes we don't even really share too much about God and stuff, because this is not, of course, a Christian or biblical type conversations or podcasts, but sometimes we got to share, where we get our strength from, our source from, our wisdom from, because sometimes I'm gonna be honest, I am here today because of God, because of God's favor upon my life that He's given me with people, with individuals, with wisdom. I've self-educated myself. I want to learn something. I go and I learn about it, even though it gives me a headache, and I'm getting a headache because I feel like I have a small little brain and it's trying to expand with knowledge.
Again, growing pains.
literally growing pains. But I give all the honor, because people have asked me one time,
Well, finish your sentence. You give all the honor.
And glory to God, because people have asked me, how did you do it? And sometimes my answer is this, and this is the true answer. I say, God. And they're like, well, but seriously though, okay, yeah, we know God. Okay, God's in your life, blah, blah, blah. How did you do it? And I go, God, I don't know. He's just given me favor, and now it happened. And of course, I surrounded myself around the right people and stuff, but literally, God opened doors, and I just walked through them and took the opportunity, and I'm here today.
Well, because one thing, and I'm a true believer of this, same thing. A lot of people have criticized me because they said you're too much about you talk too much about God, and I've been criticized for that, and I withdrew a little bit. I started not sharing so much about God, but I knew that my strength could only come from one source. And I could say, that if I rely on my own self, on myself only, without anything and believing on anything, I would fail hard. And I knew that my only source of strength was always going to be to know that I knew someone that had control over my life, that was going to decide whether I made it or didn't make it, or I made it. However it was going to be one person only, and that was going to be God. So yes, I have given all glory to God, even though I have cried to God, and I have cried at the worst moments of my life where I thought, oh no, this business is not for me. This is not for me. But it wasn't because the idea wasn't the right idea. It was the people. It was the jealousy of the ugliness of people that were making it very hard for me. And that was my battle. It wasn't anything that I was doing, because I was trying to stay ethical. I knew that if I stayed, operating ethically, that this had a huge chance of survival. Okay. But it was the people who made it, their hate, their jealousy, their disbelief, that made it so hard for me. And that's what I would pray for. I would pray, God, soften their hearts. Let them see, the what I'm trying to do is for good, that it's not to hurt anybody, it's to help, whoever could use whatever I had, or I'm presenting before them, but it was the hate of the people, the jealousy and all the ugliness that exists. And yes, I would take this a step further, because I feel like being fucking honest right now. And the honest to God truth is that the people that are the closest to you are your worst enemies.
Yeah.
Are your worst enemies. And the more faith I was developing in what I was doing, the more faith I had, the more they were trying to take it from me. Yes, I just said a cuss word because that honestly, like, that was the truth. And it was like me, and still to this day, Jared, you and I are fighting against the same ugliness of people. The jealousy. Right, the jealousy of the politics, the jealousy of people that are close to us that don't want to see us grow, and you could tell by the conversations that we have, like, their criticism comes very strong, and they proclaim to be your friends.
No, and in anything, what I've always learned is that when something's of God, people could try their hardest to
destroy
it, but they can't. Because at the end of the day, they're fighting against God, and they're fighting against what God has built. And what's going to end up happening is God's going to shine a light on them, showing what they're doing, the negativity. Because I understand, yes, that anybody could do what we're doing. Anybody could sit right here, like you and I are sitting here across from each other talking. Anybody could start a business association. Anybody could start a podcast.
Anything.
And you could start whatever you want. You might say to yourself right now watching this, I could do it a lot better than JR and Monica. I could run the GWC a lot better, an association better than Monica and JR. Yes, you probably can.
Of course.
And you're probably wondering, how in the world are they still in business? How in the world do they still have a podcast? And then you have to realize that, it must be God. You know what I mean? Because if you hang out with me and Monica, at times you want to kill each other. So, and only Aiden could get in the middle of us. No. But, and so I tell people, I welcome people all the time. And I've said it before when I did the other podcast. I said, you know what? If you could do better than me, sit in my chair and do it. Because they don't understand that, yes, okay, you could probably stand right here and be a better talker than Monica and myself and have this stuff. But guess what? You'll probably do it by yourself because you do not understand all the other mechanisms that it takes to put a podcast together. The Greater West Covina Business Association, yes, you probably could come in here and run it better than Monica and myself. But you don't understand all the day-to-day mechanisms that make it go and run. They're just things that people don't understand. They don't understand. And I heard a great story about it was a guy. He was a machinist, and he ran the machine for a printing company. And he began to say to himself, you know what? Why am I working for this guy when I can work for myself? I run the printer. He doesn't even know how to do it. I run it. I should start my own business. So he went and he starts his own business. He bought the printers, everything, all the stuff he needed, got ready, and he was like, he was stuck because he didn't know how to be the salesman. He didn't know how to run the administration side. He only knew how to be a machinist. So yes, people don't understand the other parts that it takes to run a business. And that's where people with us, they want to take us out. They want to build things that are competitive to us, but they still don't understand the things that it takes to run it.
And the most important thing, I think, in this conversation, when they don't have the heart that we have.
And they don't have the heart. It takes passion.
Yes, it takes
dedication.
passion, heart, dedication, tears, disappointments.
A lot of disappointments.
There's a huge ingredients, to our story and to what we are doing, and many people have told us, you guys are a dynamic duo, and we probably are a dynamic duo. Why? Because our, as different as we are, somehow, some way, I'm different than you are, of course, but sometimes we're too different. But somehow we've made it work. And I didn't think our business partnership will go past 2 years because, like you said, we were trying to kill each other. I mean, because we've gotten into some heated fights.
Heated fights.
You know, but I think that's what, it's either going to make you or break you. It's like a marriage, right?
Yeah. You make it work.
After the honeymoon, phase, you're like, oh, shoot, I got to wake up with this person every single day.
Yeah.
I got to, I got to do this every single time with this person, so, but you make it work. If you really invest it, you make it work, and I don't think we forced anything. I don't think I have you here because, I have anything on you, or
She is holding me hostage. Please, somebody help me. No, just playing.
I think we have a long journey together, and we're really grateful for all of our stakeholders, all of the wonderful people that we do work with that have our best interest.
Yes.
And I'm very grateful for that and for those relationships that we have acquired throughout the years. Now you and so I look forward to a better and greater year of growth. Like I said, like you said, time management, money management, and just continue doing and staying in our lane. Because at the end of the day, we can't fix other people. All we could do is fix ourselves and look at it, because we're the ones that have to see ourselves every single day. Look in the mirror, and if once we look in the mirror we see something pleasant that just needs growth, then be proud of yourself. But if you see someone who is unethical, who is out there hurting people, and you don't like the person that you see in the mirror, hey, you got a lot of cleaning to do in your own life. And
Yeah.
we're not here to judge you. We're here just to do what we love, what we want to do, work on ourselves, and support other people with dreams, and do what we can with what we have. And I think God blesses that, and I'm very proud of myself that I could see myself in the mirror and say, you know what? You just got to do this, this, and this. But I love who I see in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of who I see in the mirror. And I think you should feel the same way about it.
No, I do feel the same way. I'm a very type of person that
Shave a little closer,
Oh no, she wants me to shave now. God, no. I am the type of person, and I share this a lot with even family members and friends and stuff. Because you've heard that. Everybody's heard this. It's how you look at things in life. As you were just saying, you can see things negative. Yes, you could walk into a room and right away, if you're already angry and mad about certain things, you could walk into a room and everything could be negative. Everything could be a negative situation. Or you could walk into a room and be positive. And even though somebody says something wrong, you can still look at the positive of it because you're a positive person.
Yeah, and sometimes it's, when people say negative things, it's not necessarily about you, it's about them.
Yes, and I heard that too. It's about them. They're saying something that they don't like about themselves.
Yeah, it's about their unhappiness.
Yeah, definitely.
And the things that they are doing. It's just you're a target. You get targeted sometimes, not purposely, but you just happen to be there at the wrong time with the wrong people, and it's okay. You just gotta let it bounce off of you, because if you don't feel guilt, hey, what do you have to? You don't have to give them a reaction, right? Because sometimes that's what people look for. They
want a reaction, so you keep going and going.
Yeah, and if you're you're happy with your life, and we're happy doing what we're doing, then all we could do is again bring them into include them in our prayer, and just ask God to soften their hearts. And we're human beings. Last couple of days, weeks or whatever, there's been a couple of deaths, of friends, that we've shared, a life. In the past, we weren't close anymore, but gosh, it still feels like, wow, they're still so young, and then car accidents and things like that, and God, don't people realize that life is short, that tomorrow's not guaranteed to anybody? So how do you want to be remembered in life? Do you want to be remembered as a person who hurt so many people because of your own self-interest, or do you want to be remembered as a person who helped so many people, a genuine good person?
No, definitely, and that's what people don't realize now. I mean, I think you think about
take life for granted.
Yeah, I'm getting a little older too. My birthday's coming up pretty soon, and as you get older, you start thinking a little bit more about life and about situations, and you start thinking more about like that argument you had with that person, was it even like, why? It's not even worth it anymore. Like, I don't even care anymore. Like, I'm gonna let it go. And one of the craziest thing is this: some people out there, and it's happened to many, even myself, you hold this grudge against this person, and most likely they're not even thinking about the situation and have moved on, but you've held on to it and caused problems in your life, unnecessary problems, and maybe even health problems, when they're out there living their best life. And then you still see them like, oh my God, look at them. And they don't even think about you.
That's hate.
They don't even think about you. They don't even worry about you. They see you and go, hey, Monica, how you doing? You're like, oh, how dare they say hi to me when they know they hurt me. And they've moved on from the situation, but we've held on to it and let it harbor into our hearts and everything, where it's caught. Oh my God. And that's the problem with people too. And you have to remember, the other person probably already moved on. So move on too, and live your life. Life is short. Tomorrow's not promised to you. We got to live today, the best that we can, give our best and everything we could do. And that's all we could do. Yes. The Bible says, do not worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow has its own trials and tribulations. You can only do what you could do best today. So as long as you're doing better today than you were yesterday, then guess what? You won today. You won.
Yeah. I don't know if this has anything to do with what we're talking about or whatever, but there was a girl who was dating this guy, and this guy made fun of her. Like after a while of being together, he started trying to change her, her body. Like, don't you think it started out with you're a little bit fat, maybe you should do this. And it just kind of grew into abuse, to the point where there was like name calling and this and that. Finally, she had the courage to leave, because enough is enough, right? But when she left him, she decided that she was going to make changes, and she was going to change and eat better and take care of herself and do this and do that. And, she really did transform her body, right? But little did she know that she never worked on the real
mental
issue, which was because her whole thing was, I'm going to make him wish he never called me names. I'm going to show him, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, And he saw her one day, he saw her and almost didn't recognize her. He recognized her because of her voice, because she had made changes to her face, too, to everything. She wanted to be that beautiful person that he could look at and be like, oh, I left that, But little did she know that she grew so ugly, from who she used to be, a beautiful person, but she failed to see that. So she made herself, bitter in the process. And when he saw her, he was married, to someone who was, chunky and he already had a couple of kids or whatever, but he recognized her by her voice. And there was something, a look about her, I guess, that he recognized. And he asked her, is this you? And she goes, and she knew who he was. And she was like trying to show hardness and like that she had become this beautiful, person. And but little did she know that she became even uglier, uglier than ever. And he didn't know. Like to him, like it didn't make a difference, because he had already forgotten about her. He had already forgotten and moved on with his life,
Yeah, exactly. You're saying the same, like,
yeah,
sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here she was 20 years later, or whatever years that passed, making all these, I'm going to make him, wish he never left me, working out and doing all this, to know that health problems, were now affecting her life, that she couldn't keep up with it financially, was like, it's expensive.
Yeah.
And he never even cared about her. He knew he'd been stupid and did what he did, not to excuse what he did. It was wrong. But, when we move on, we have to move on for ourselves and accept ourselves for who we are, and know that we are beautiful people. Yeah, make improvements in your life in a positive way, but making changes physically into your everything, just because you're angry and because, I'm going to show them, you're not showing them nothing. You hurt yourself all this time. You were in captivity.
Yeah.
And it's sad, because you're right. When we hold on to things that pass, like even a week ago. Like, it's over. If you can't change it, let it go.
Let it go. Yeah.
Let it go.
If
and
it's out of
move
your reach
on.
to change
Yeah.
it, let it go.
Because
you
the
have
only
to let it go.
time you're going to feel that you're going to change is when you find out that that person passed away, and you're going to be like, oh my God, you're going to live with regret. And living with regret is probably one of the worst things we can live with, because it haunts you at night. It just like, oh, I should have done this. Oh, I should have done that. I should have done this. I should have done that. And you don't want to live like that. You don't want to live your life in captivity, because once they die, they take you with them, because you never forgave and you never moved past it. There's a beauty. In forgiving. Doesn't mean you forget, but forgiving is freeing yourself from them still dragging you along. Because sometimes, like you said, they forget.
Yeah, people have forgotten. They move on, and even with business, to tie it in with business, even too. Yeah, maybe you had a horrible business experience. I mean, we're not perfect. There's people that have said, things that like, oh, hey, the GBC just wasn't for me.
And
No
that's
problem,
okay.
and that's okay, because one of the greatest things that I love that from the beginning that I've come on board on this is the thing that has always been said. Don't just join here, but join somewhere else. Join another, chamber or business association, because you get the best out of everything. Because there's only certain things that we offer that maybe another chamber or business association maybe offers something that you might be looking for there as well. So we might fit in a certain area, but at the end of the day, the another chamber might fit you in another area. So it's we believe in go out, join other organizations, join other chambers, associations, get your business out there.
Yeah, that's the most important thing is don't feel that with us we don't need that kind of loyalty. Like,
yeah, we love it.
We like it.
Yes.
But you shouldn't, because we want you to grow. We want you to grow. We want people to establish other relationships with other people, because you never know. You never know, where you're gonna find your best clientele.
Yeah.
And continue, building on those partnerships. Continue to like I said, spreading your wings, right?
Yes.
Because that's the only way you're gonna see growth. Hey, one day I might see you on TV. Fantastic.
Yes.
You put, because if that's,
You put an ad on TV or you're on a billboard.
Yeah.
I mean, we have those people that we know that
You're
can
on
put you
our
on.
podcast.
Yeah, you're on our podcast. Let's connect now. I mean, there's all kinds of things that people have to remember is that just joining, it's all about networking in business. Come on. I mean, this, come on, business people. In business, it's all about networking. It's all about who you know. It's all about getting out there, getting your name out there, brand awareness. And one of the greatest things that we offer, now as at the GWC, I believe is our marketing is on point. We have a podcast. We could do those areas.
And
now,
that took some research, right?
And that took a lot of research.
Through our new membership. So if you guys log on to our website and you see our new membership, what it's offering now, because we knew that there was areas where people were struggling that we couldn't help.
Yes,
So
that we couldn't help.
Yeah, so we've partnered and we did our research and we found this great marketing company who is helping us meet the need of our members.
Yes.
And it might not be for everybody, but there is an area there that you will see if you really pay attention to the things that you need to take your business to another level on social media or online. That's what you need, because we did our research on that.
That's right.
And
and it's from past members that we know that, because sometimes people don't think it comes back to us, but it comes back to our ears.
Yeah, because if being a member of the Greater West Covina and you're just doing it to network, and because you want to meet other people, that's fine. But if you're joining the Greater West Covina because your marketing is not on point, you need to look at our new marketing membership.
Yes,
because it's worked for us, and it's now taking us to another level. And we are sure that it's going to work with even the smallest business, right?
Yes, the smallest business, mom and pop business.
Yeah. And if you're a moms and pops, that needs help, I mean, all you guys need to do is make an appointment, come see us, walk in through the door. We're here. We will talk to you, and really take advantage of what we give you at no cost. Why? Because we have great partners in the community that help us make that available for the moms and pops.
Yeah, and we love it,
Right?
and we're the 2025. We are looking to expand that partnership with a lot of businesses. We're looking to expand that because we know that there is businesses out there that want to partner with associations like ourselves that want to help with the mom and pop businesses, because the mom and pop businesses is what thrives this economy. There's so many. I mean, when you go to different cities and you look at their downtown area, it's majority of mom and pop businesses in their downtown areas. It's you have a few
They're thriving.
yeah, and you have a few commercial, I would say, franchises, but majority of the businesses are self-owned. I mean, they're individually owned, and those are the backbones of a lot of cities. So even if you are a business out there and you say, I want to give back. I mean, come in here, talk to us. We want to network with you and find out more and provide resources for those businesses. I mean, we're going to be hitting 2025 really hard because we really want to even help out the Hispanic community more. Businesses, the Hispanic owners, because as we go out and we speak to people from certain banking systems and even other organizations, we've been told and we've seen with our own eyes, and I know you have many years, is the Hispanic businesses, Hispanic owners. We have a little bit of lack of knowledge. Me coming into here as well, I'm learning and stepping into it. And we got to be, as Hispanics and Latinos, ready to learn. We have to learn in order to grow our businesses. But sometimes, like you said earlier, we're afraid to learn. We're afraid to grow.
And we don't want to admit the fact that there's a little bit of ignorance.
Yes, we don't want to admit that either.
We
It's
don't
pride.
it's a pride, and sometimes we got to leave that behind if we want to grow in business, and learn and take advantage of those services and like you said, resources that are
A lot of
available,
resources.
that are available, and we've been discovering, oh my God, we have there's so much knowledge and so many other people and the relationships that we have acquired throughout the years, that people that are willing to help, especially with the new laws that are changing.
Yep.
The last thing you want to do is run a business because you're afraid.
Yes.
Because you're afraid that if you do this is what's going to happen. Stop looking at the negative and just work on the things that are going to help you grow your business.
Exactly.
Because if you don't do that, you're always going to be, 2026 is going to be here, 2027, you're going to be in the same place, same thought process. And if you can't change your thought process to be more positive, because you're doing, you're taking different directions and you're taking different risks, you're never going to grow. You're always
never
going
gonna
to
grow.
be stuck. One thing that I'm planning on working on is my ask. My ask where I think after COVID, and I have to blame it on COVID. I have to blame it on someone.
Thank God it's not me.
No, but COVID really took away a lot of my confidence because I became afraid to ask people for money. Why? Because I thought people had to hold on to their money. Because what COVID did, right? It took lives. It tarnished a lot of businesses. It did a lot of damage, and people needed to hold on to their money. So I felt guilty about asking for them to renew your membership, for them to, there's this, there's that. I felt guilty, I don't know why, but I did. And I plan on regaining that because I'm very confident that what we have works for people, for businesses. I'm very confident in the services that we provide because I've seen growth on a lot of some of the data we've received from some of the people that we work with. And if I was a business, I would want to take advantage of it. You have to stop being afraid to create a 30-second video for your business.
Yes.
Stop being afraid. Don't look at the cost. Look at what it's going to do for your business. Build that self-confidence. Sit here with us and talk to us. People are so afraid of this mic, which is, just pretend no one's watching you. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and believe in your product, right? And believe in your product. And trust me, it's just taking that little leap of faith that's going to help bring growth to your business. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. If you need it, and just be honest, you know, just be honest with yourself. We have two great things happening. January, we have our open house where we are going to be doing 30-second videos for people at no cost. Okay?
Yes.
And following that, we have our Business Expo here at the Plaza West Covina.
That's February 8th.
Yes, February 8th, where you're going to get a lot of exposure through a lot of the shoppers and the people that visit us. We're planning on doing like a huge promotion on it. So make sure you guys reserve your spot for the Business Expo. Some of you have done so well throughout the years that, man, when I get that feedback, I'm just like, wow, that's
They love the fact.
outstanding.
And we actually strategically picked the expo date on a weekend that we know is going to be very busy here at the mall.
Everybody's husband, boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, they're going to be here.
Shopping here for
'Cause
Valentine's
it's right before
Day.
Valentine's weekend, and we picked that date on purpose so that you as a business, you want to get into the community, in the face of the community. That is going to be a great opportunity for you to be here at the Plaza
great
West Covina.
weekend, yeah.
A great weekend for you. And yes, and like Monica said, the open house. Yes, we're going to do 30-second videos. Now, you might say, I don't know how to do it. I don't like the camera, like she was saying. I'm afraid, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry. We can do it for you as well.
We'll teach you.
We could teach you. We could do it for you. It's time for you to get involved in the market now. This is the new market. Social media.
It's
been, well, for some it's the new because they haven't jumped on.
Oh.
And you're going to have to jump on. You're going to have to start branding yourself on social media. You're going to start having to do those things because people are finding and shopping on their phones. So help us help you.
Yes.
Jerry Maguire, help me help you.
And I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for gadgets that I find on social media through Amazon influencers. Oh my God, I am a sucker for that.
Yes.
So guys, it works.
It works.
It works.
We got to get back. We want 2025 is we want to help our businesses get where they want to be, to meet your goals, to meet their goals, and their goals. You guys might have the same goals as ours, and that's fine. We lock arms together. But one of the things that we're going to ask of you is come in here, give us a call, give us an email. Make sure you're receiving our email blast.
Yeah, because let me tell you, what chamber or business association is offering what we are offering? They would charge you an arm and a leg
If they could
to do a 30-second video for you. They honestly, come on, people. If you want me to be honest, I'm going to be honest. They don't give a crap about you, you know. And here we are as a business association giving away a 30-second video for your company for free. And we're going to show you how to post it, hashtag it, and how to even if you wanted to go even a step further, you could put a little bit of money into it, not give to us, but to your own social media platform
and
to
boost it. Yes.
To
Yes.
boost it. And then you track your own
Analytics.
analytics on what you are doing. We would teach you. Who takes the time to do that? They would charge you. They would charge you. And here at the GWC, we know you by name. We know who you are because most of our members, we know them, right?
Yes.
But you want to further your relationship, you know, with a lot of our members, you know, personalize it. And so, guys, take advantage of that because that's what we want. That's how we get back to our community. And we're very grateful, again, to all of our stakeholders for making that available for the people that need it.
Yes.
And so
I
that's
love
what I
it.
want to see.
No, and I love it. And I think, coming up, the open house and the business expo, and we have a lot of other things coming up. But make sure you guys DM us, call us, walk in here, be at the open house so you get more information about
Send us
all
a
these.
text.
Yeah, send us a text.
DM.
We have a lot of events coming up, and we're really excited about everything that we want to share with you guys. But it's going to take on your half too, to be proactive with what we're doing, get involved in what we're doing. If you're members, there's you might be able to have more opportunity to sponsor some events that we have coming up.
And too, guys, I challenge you guys too. I challenge, anyone respectfully, of course, always respectfully, even to share the negative, because that will make us also grow.
Yeah.
And you know what? And there's no
Share with
shame.
us what we're not doing.
Yeah, share with us what if you want to see more of this, or what you don't think we might be lacking. Hey, we might have a good excuse for it, and we might not. And you know what? I promise to be honest with you guys and stay humble, because we don't hold grudges because somebody tells us something like that. So actually, we take it as a positive, because it helps us grow.
It's a
and
part of
see
our
something-
growth.
Yeah, and see something that maybe we are not seeing, because we care that much about you guys. We care that much about what we are doing and how we foresee the future with you guys. So
That's right. So, I just want to thank you guys again for tuning in. This is our New Year first episode, 2025. It's going to be a great year,
Yes.
a great month. And we want to make sure that we, even have you guys, we set this up so we can have multiple panels. We're going to have more panels of discussions of bringing some of you guys on board, like we did with Munoz and Munoz, Mezbal Deluxe, J&M Car Service. We want to bring more of that, have discussions, what's working, not working in their businesses, other businesses, and just have discussions. So, hey, and don't forget, also, you do a how-to once a month with Bonita LaFleur.
Yeah.
You do it with Carolina, Bonita LaFleur. Make sure you guys are watching those as well.
yeah, follow our social media. We are on Instagram, of course, YouTube, Facebook for our podcast, Let's Connect Now with the Z, because I know some of you have told me I'm looking for it and I can't find it because you're typing it in with an S. Make sure you type it in with apostrophe Z. Let's Connect Now. If you're looking, to invest some of your money in sponsoring something, sponsor our show, Let's Connect Now. There's room for everybody. And you know what? We love all of our members and we appreciate you, and we wish nothing but the best for each and every one of you. That's my confession to all of you guys. Take it or leave it. I don't care.
All right. So with that said, we will see you guys next week.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
We appreciate every single one of you guys.
Thank you.